Guys, what is going on tonight? How you guys all doing? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live for my live review of SmackDown from the May 22nd. Oh, I am sorry, I forgot. We're not talking about that show right now. We're not. Well, we'll talk about it after this. I won't completely crap on that show when we talk about it, because there actually was some things I liked about that show. But we're going to talk about a show I am definitely looking forward to. Definitely looking forward to see what AEW will do with some pretty good anticipated matches on this card. Some, are going to be what they are, but there are some I'm definitely excited for. This is my AEW Double or Nothing live preview and predictions video. I believe this is actually my first live preview and predictions video for Double or Nothing. My first AEW preview and predictions video. Of course, last year, the first couple pay-per-views were not really, hyped up or anything. Well, they were, but, there wasn't really anything to talk about since, we still didn't know, who these people were at first. And then, of course, when they finally did start doing shows, they were hyping things up, my channel was not around. So, because of that, this is the first pay-per-view that I will be watching live since my channel has returned. So, what a better way to make my first preview and prediction. And I actually was starting to find some decent PNG images. So, maybe predict the match cards eventually. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out down the line. And, of course, I feel like, with some of the images, I was able to finally kind of update the Dynamite, graphic as well for my stream. Well, that might be changing because I am predicting one of the two championship titles to change in this video. But we're going to talk about Double or Nothing. Again, we're going back to where it began. Unfortunately, not in the same building. This show was supposed to return to the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Vegas. Unfortunately, because of what's going on in the world right now, it had to get moved to Daly's Place, where I'm pretty sure Dynamite will still, include, some wrestlers being in the crowd as fans to at least make this show feel somewhat energetic and special and whatnot. And surprisingly also, well, I should say surprisingly, because AEW actually tries to make things work. I think that it has worked with having them, have the, having the, people in the crowd, and I actually feel like the organic reactions we're getting actually work. So there are 9 matches on this card, including the buy-in match. Like I said before, there's definitely a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to on the show, especially the world title and the TNT Championship Finals match as well. I'm looking forward to that Stampede, Stadium Stampede match as well. I'm excited about. A couple other low card matches I think could be good. We do have an update on one of the matches though. I'm sure you guys all know what I'm talking about. We'll get to that when we get to the match. But as usual, I will try to predict these in the order of how I think these matches will happen. So, without further ado, let's roll right into this predictions video, because we have SmackDown to predict as well. So, our first match on the card is the buy-in match. It's a number 1 contenders match for the AEW tag titles. It is Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, whatever his name was, I forgot, of Private Party, taking on Chuck Taylor and Trent of Best Friends on the buy-in. I'm not sure if I'll watch the buy-in or not. Probably won't. But it does seem like Best Friends are the ones, even though these two teams are good, but again, they're not my favorite tag teams in the world for sure. Well, the best thing about Best Friends is Orange Cassidy, who will also be in my predicted opening match on the main card for Double or Nothing. But I think with obviously the build-up and how they're definitely climbing the rankings, I think this is most likely probably going to be Best Friends getting the win here to eventually some point on Dynamite challenge. It's not a match that's going to make me want to. As of now, these shoes are going to scream, pay-per-view worthy. They'll probably get their shot for the AEW tag titles against the Elites, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page. Probably an episode of Dynamite soon, but I am picking the what's it called? the oh crap, I forgot my train of thought. The best friends to win this match. I forgot to type in one prediction. Hang on. But so I think they're going to win and be the number one contenders to face off against the Elite. And we will go from there. So that's what I'm going to predict for that match to open the show. Well, for the buy-in. For the match to actually open the show, I think it's going to be this Casino ladder match. And I think actually it's for the number one contendership for the AEW World Championship on an episode of Dynamite coming up. So the match is going to include Colt Cabana, Darby Allin, Frankie Kazarian, Kip Sabian, Luchasaurus, Orange Cassidy, Rey Fenix, Scorpio Sky, and a mystery opponent. Who is this mystery opponent going to be? Could it be a former WWE star who just got released, like, Rusev? Could it be Zack Ryder? I don't think it's going to be Heath Slater. EC3, maybe? I would like to see EC3 come to AEW. Of course, it could be anybody. Some people are even there's some rumblings about Sting apparently also appearing. I don't know who the mystery person's going to be, but I think whoever that is, I think he's going to be winning this Casino ladder match to become I think it is for the number one contendership for the AEW World Championship. I mean, you could say Darby Allin is looking for that chance. Most of these other superstars, they're part of tag teams. Kip Sabian maybe that's like a wild card as well. I don't see Colt Cabana winning it. I say definitely Darby. If not the mystery opponent, then probably Darby Allin or Kip Sabian. I'd say would win it. Luchasaurus though would be great as well, but I don't see him winning it unfortunately. But we'll see what this ladder match comes across with, because it does have more tag teams involved in this. I don't expect it to really light the world completely on fire to me, but it intrigues me. We'll see. But that's my pick for that match. Okay, now here's the match that actually, during SmackDown tonight, I saw online has been updated. The second match on the main card was originally supposed to be Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Chris Statlander, which is a nice addition to the card, and also a good way to put over Dr. Britt Baker, as I will of course get to what I was predicting when we get to the women's title match. Unfortunately though, because of this past Wednesday night, Dr. Britt Baker suffered a pretty bad knee injury, and it sounds like it could be a torn ACL, and if that's the case, she could be out for 9 months. But they've already announced that she will not be wrestling at Double or Nothing tomorrow night. Instead, we're going to get Penelope Ford and Chris Statlander. Okay, I mean, haven't seen much of Penelope Ford yet. I mean, other than the fact that she's Kip Sabian's significant other. I feel like, this match definitely does not excite me as much now that Britt Baker's not in the match. This was definitely Britt Baker's match to win, and Chris Statlander was a good person to put her over. But, why not? Maybe this could give Penelope Ford a rub, as I'll give her the win. I mean, I like Chris Statlander. She's great. But I don't think either way she was meant to win this match. She was meant to be that baby face to put someone else over that could use the win. And, Penelope Ford is not the one that, I'd want to see, get the raise the level up or whatnot, you know what I mean? But I'll pick Penelope Ford to win this match, as I'm pretty sure, again, Chris Statlander was never meant to win. And what's a win going to do to Chris Statlander again? She's already challenged Nyla Rose, if Nyla does retain for the women's title. So I guess we'll go with Penelope Ford. We'll have to wait and see. But hopefully, though, no matter what happens, I hope that Dr. Britt Baker's knee injury is not too long-term, even though it probably is going to be, because I definitely think she should get into the women's title picture after this show, after this pay-per-view for sure, because of what I see happening in that women's match. We'll get to it in a little bit. But my pick to win this match is definitely probably Penelope Ford. Following that, we have another match that, it's not going to light the world on fire completely, but I think it will be like an underrated pick. I'm going to kind of compare this match. The expectations I have for it is what we got with Pac and Orange Cassidy back at Revolution. We're getting MJF and and we're also getting Jungle Boy, and they're facing off. Oh, I think my friend Joe's watching this. Thank you for watching, buddy. So Jungle Boy and MJF again. I'm expecting MJF to win this, but I'm hoping again it puts on that it kind of a match that has that typical that story or that feel that what we had with Pac and Orange Cassidy back at Revolution. You knew Pac was winning that match, but it was a match that made Orange Cassidy really stand out. It took him to a whole nother level, definitely give him more momentum. And that's what I'm kind of hoping out of Jungle Boy. I still find it weird that, yes, MJF won at Revolution, which was my prediction, of course, for him to do so, and I felt he needed that, but I kind of don't like how they kind of like, just drop the fact that he beat Cody. He should be raving about that left and right. Like, this, I mean, not overdoing it, of course, but that should be on the level of Paul Heyman raving about the Undertaker's undefeated streak coming to the end in the hands of Brock Lesnar. Or sorry, Brock Lesnar, which on AEW, of course, but that kind of should be kind of like a little bit not like as bad as going all out with it, no pun intended, but it should kind of be there noted that hey, MJF did beat one of the best in Cody Rhodes. But MJF wins here. Still say at the next pay-per-view he'll probably be facing the world champion, and I think he'll probably win the world title there, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping out of the match with MJF and Jungle Boy, Jack Perry for sure. But MJF I pick to win this. After this, we have our second women's match of the night, and actually, we also have a good PNG image of the Ugly Women's Championship. I'm sorry, I really don't like that championship. It looks like an ugly egg, an ugly toy. I'm sorry, it just... Not a fan of the design for the women's title. Plus, it's way too small, especially on a big woman like Nyla Rose. But Nyla Rose is going to take on Hikaru Shida. I think Hikaru Shida definitely had some great momentum, been built up really well for this number one for this match. Of course, she had the big victory over Dr. Britt Baker when she did kick Britt in the nose, and it caused an injury there. And of course, then she won that fatal four-way involving Hikaru Shida, Britt Baker, Penelope Ford, and Chris Statler to earn this opportunity. Even though she was, I thought the number one ranked women besides Nyla Rose, of course. But this is going to be a no disqualification match. And I did find it interesting to see what they definitely do with this. This is the first women's match in AEW that there's really a stipulation behind it, like no disqualification, so that to make this match a little bit more physical and beyond the rules. So I look forward to seeing how they do that. As far as who's winning it, I think Hikaru Shida is going to win it off of Nyla Rose. But things could change because I'll still go with Shida, but I originally felt that Shida would win, and of course Britt would want to get her revenge on Shida for breaking her nose, and she win the title because let's be real, Dr. Britt Baker is the best thing in this women's division for sure right now. Her character is just hitting it on point. I mean, yes, she's still building it up and whatnot, and but I think she's been even more on fire as a heel and a lot hotter looking as well. Sorry, Adam Cole, had to say it, but I definitely think that's women route to go. So I'll still pick Shida to win because I've got to make the change for British. But it would not surprise me since Britt's injured if they keep the title on Nyla Rose. But I'll go with Hikaru Shida still for now to win the women's world title. And if that happens, of course, after Raven, I actually found a better PNG image of Nyla Rose and was able to update the graphics since I did have one with Nyla Rose as AEW Women's Champion for the longest time, and then, damn it, So, but anyways, so we have that for sure. But Hikaru Shida is my pick to win this no disqualification match. Match number 6 is definitely a candidate for me to be match of the night, but I still have my pick for match of the night, which is our main event, which I'll get to that. My predicted main event, as I think. But this should be pretty good. It's the Elites, Matt Hardy, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, although I heard one of them also got injured. And then Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, the AEW Tag Team Champions, taking on the Inner Circle's Chris Jericho, Santana and Ortiz, Jake Hager, and the sexy Spanish god Sammy Guevara, as he calls himself. I definitely intrigued to see this match. Obviously, we're supposed to get the blood and guts match between these two, which was basically War Games. Unfortunately, we didn't get it because of the pandemic, and blood and guts was put on hold pretty much for now. So I hope we still get that. But instead, a stadium stampede fight, basically, just like a falls count anywhere, stampede match. Probably gonna do something cinematically similar to what WWE has been doing, like with the Boneyard match, the Firefly Funhouse match, and the Money in the Bank ladder match recently. But they're probably gonna do something similar with that, except they're brawling on a football field. So we'll see how that goes for sure. As far as who's winning this, I'm picking the Inner Circle. I'm picking them because, again, I feel like, who really else is going to challenge? I mean, we're going to get Private Party or Best Friends. I'm picking Best Friends, and they'll get a shot at Omega's and Page's tag titles. We've already seen them beat the Young Bucks, so why not give the Inner Circle some gold and have Santana and Ortiz win the tag titles eventually off of Omega and Page. It could be very useful for sure. So I'll pick the Inner Circle to win this Stadium Stampede match. Don't be surprised also, though, if we have a new Vanguard 1 or even a Vanguard 2, since and also an appearance of Floyd in the match as well. Chris Jericho's bat that destroyed Vanguard 1 recently on Dynamite. Again, only Jericho could actually argue with a drone, and it's priceless. Just my opinion, of course. But so that's my pick for the Stadium Stampede match. Is the Inner Circle over the Elite. For a cooldown match, after that, I have Dustin Rhodes and Shawn Spears. Kind of a last minute match. Even though the build to this match, it seems like it's Shawn Spears taking the shots at Cody. For saying how he's selfish and he doesn't care about anything else but himself, not even his own brother. After he saw what Cody had Dustin go through when he faced Lance Archer in the TNT Championship Finals, or was he just too scared to face his brother one-on-one? Even though they already faced one-on-one, they beat the holy hell out of each other, and they had my match of the year for 2019, I thought, per se. So the build's been weird, but it's just a way to get Shawn Spears on the card, and I think Shawn should win this match. Get him some momentum going, maybe get him into the TNT Championship Tournament or Championship picture after Double or Nothing. Well, probably not because of who I see winning it, but you never know what could happen with it. But yeah, I'd still definitely want to see Shawn Spears completely break out for sure in AEW and get some more opportunities. So I think him getting a win over Dustin would be a pretty darn good idea. Now, there's 2 matches left on this card. Which one do you think I chose as the main event? You'll find out in a second. I'll explain why when we get to the main event. But the second to last match on this card is actually the AEW World Championship match with Jon Moxley and Brodie Lee. Of course, Brodie Lee, though, is calling himself the self-proclaimed AEW World Champion, as he did take Moxley's championship, acting like he thinks that, he runs everything around here, and pretty much very Vince mystique. But, I was starting to get tired, I'm sorry. Moxley's trying to shut him up for good, pretty much, and get his championship back. Do I still think it's a little too early for Brodie Lee to be challenging for the world title? Kinda, but it's still going to be a good match. These two had a couple of good matches in WWE. I think in AEW, under, new writers, and get more of their creative input and everything. I think these two can go out there and definitely put on a hell of a match and tear the show down. Definitely a match stealer. I don't see it being a match tonight because of the main event that I'm going to be predicting. But I think this could be an awesome match. Moxley will retain. He's going to face whoever wins the casino ladder match, and I still see him maybe go until August and dropping the championship in August at whatever, if they do All Out again or whatever we're going to call the pay-per-view. And I think we will see a new world champion crowned then in MJF. So Moxley will retain over Brodie Lee, and then the main event. Honestly, this needs to be the main event of this show. It was the most built, the most anticipated, the very well-known story told from the beginning till the end. Cody Rhodes and Lance Archer in the TNT Championship Tournament Finals. Of course, Jake the Snake Roberts will be in Lance Archer's corner. Arn Anderson will be in Cody's. Of course, Roberts has targeted Cody since he walked into AEW. He got his own client, Lance Archer, built him up. He took everyone out one by one in the tournament, and anybody else who had stepped up to him, they all went down. But of course, Arn Anderson wants to take a shot at the person at higher power because they want to get the higher power over him. As Lance Archer and Cody Rhodes, made their way to the finals, and this is where they've come head to head. Also about this match, Mike Tyson's going to be there to present the winner the championship belt. I'm interested to see how great this championship belt comes out. And of course, the other thing too is, this is not being treated as like the mid-card championship. No, this is still kind of treated like, as how was it described to me earlier? I just had it in my head and it slipped away. The Workhorse Championship. Pretty much, whoever wins this, is basically a workhorse. Is going to be defending that a lot of times, not just on once in a blue moon, on either pay-per-view or even at Dynamite once in a blue moon. But there's going to be a literal workhorse. Now, as far as who wins this, I still think it's going to be Archer. I mean, I can definitely see Cody winning it. He's had a very up and down, great babyface story since, he put his chance to ever fight for the world title again on the line. And, I'm sorry. At Full Gear, and MJF costed him that. But it could, of course, lead back to the story with Cody and MJF. But, I think Lance Archer's winning this. I don't see him losing yet. But this is definitely going to be, in my opinion, the most anticipated match on the show, and the match I'm definitely the most excited about for Double or Nothing. And again, I can't wait to see what happens. So that, guys, that is my prediction for AEW Double or Nothing 2020. Again, I want to thank everybody who stopped in the live chat or anything. Nope, we did not, but it's okay. Of course, to go over my predictions again, we had Best Friends winning the number one contenders match on the buy-in. I have the mystery person winning the casino ladder match. Penelope Ford over Chris Statlander. Again, get well. Dr. Britt Baker. MJF over Jungle Boy. Hikaru Shida over Nile Rhodes to become AEW Women's World Champion. The Inner Circle over the Elite. Shawn Spears over Dustin Rhodes. Moxley retains against Brodie Lee, and then Lance Archer wins the AEW TNT Championship Tournament. It's going to be a fun night. It's going to be a great show. Definitely those title matches I'm looking forward to most, and that Stadium Stampede match as well. The other stuff still could be good, but I don't expect anything to really light the fire as much as, those matches do as well. So, guys, that's going to do it for this review. I'll be back up here in a few minutes to talk about SmackDown. What were your thoughts on AEW's, my preview predictions for Double or Nothing? Make sure you leave thoughts down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe or comment to my channel and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBonnie3. I'm going to go take a quick shower and I'll come back here and I will do my live review of SmackDown. So until then, guys, have a great rest of your night. I will see you all in a little bit to do my SmackDown review. And peace out, everybody.